This needs to be this. Oh, now they can hear us.
They can hear us? Oh, no.
Okay, all right, we're laughing. Let's,
we're live.
We're going to go ahead and pull the chat up.
Okay.
So that I don't have to do it later. We'll put it right there. And we'll pull this up so that anybody that jumps on, hi, it's the Weekly Pint. It's the show that's not a show.
It's not a show.
This is definitely.
If it's ever been less than a show, it's right now.
This is 100% most definitely not a show. If one of us is too quiet or too loud, let us know because this is the most janked up setup that I've ever used.
I've never been more remote, but also more in the suburbs.
I'm kind of terrified right now. I'm gonna be honest. This is creepy.
It's fine. We're getting a lot of 1-star reviews on this show.
There is. It's not a show. That's why. Yeah. All right. So the point of this show that is not a show is for us to just hang out and have a beer together, which we are having a beer together.
It's your help.
And we are sitting in the dark because there's no power at the location that I very artfully chose to do this live episode from, because normally this place is open nice and late. Normally there's lots of lights. Normally there's lots of internet. There's lots of things. And here I am, and it's now technically closed.
This is
and dark.
Campfire edition.
But as I started, the point of this is for us to all to drink together. So everybody chime in and tell me what it is you're drinking. Marco, no surprise.
Marco's having a truth
and to-go food. That's really surprising to me. Let's see. Caroline is drinking a cucumber Serrano Goza from Westside. That is so good.
Hard.
So delicious. And Julia's power's been out since 6 here. Sorry to hear about that. Hopefully you still have a beer. Did you tell me what you're drinking before? Nope.
Ghost Stories with a Gnome, Caroline.
Derek is drinking Urban Artifacts Pie Bird. Did they come out with that again, or is that really, really old?
Did they do Pie Bird?
That's like I think it came out a long time ago, right? I don't remember what it is, and I can't check my phone because my phone...
Check the date on that can, Derek. We got to know, because if Pie Bird came back out, I'm in. My
phone is providing the internet to run the stream. So this little light down here tells us the real chaos.
Okay. My phone is providing us light that makes us creepier and less creepy as we turn it.
When this little light down here turns red,
we're in trouble.
Yeah, nobody can see us. They
Got
can
it.
usually
Ooh, yellow's no good. Hey,
okay,
everybody
move.
Derek.
There we go.
Fridge leftovers.
Julia can grab a room temp natter day.
Is your fridge that terrible that it's only room temp? It hasn't been that long.
If you had a beer fridge, it would have maintained the temperature better.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
Okay, so we are drinking, what did we get?
This is the orange cream?
Orange cream. You have been drinking, and I have not. We got these at the same time. Look at us.
Oh, mine is, I'm a professional. So we're drinking orange cream from the place, March 1st.
So yeah, you've got a shirt on that says Woodburn at March 1st. That's confusing in itself.
Yep.
But Chris from March 1st, as you guys know, we just hang out together all the time.
Like basically, like vacation, not vacation. We just hang.
I did get back this week. We both got back this week from vacation at the beach. Came back to whatever the hell is happening here.
Worse weather than when we left.
None of this was happening at the beach. I just want that to be
not
clear.
even a little bit.
I didn't pull any labels this week because vacation. So I'm not really prepared for anything today other than maybe talking about vacation, which we could talk about because
we could talk
I
about
have
it.
Somebody that can talk about it
we
with me.
We could talk about it, yeah. We went to a lot of the same places.
I will have a post up soon that kind of breaks down where to drink in the Outer Banks, which is a terrible name for a post because I did not go to all of the places in the Outer Banks, and I recognize that there are plenty of places that are probably better than I went that I didn't go to. However, I really think I got some of the best ones.
You hit some home runs.
I have a top 2 out of the places that I went, and I know that you went to both of them because I was at both of them with you.
I'm interested to hear is there a third, or do you just have a top 2?
Yeah, I could throw a third in there. I would. Yeah. I'll start with my third. My third, Outer Banks.
Derek. Sorry.
outer. Okay, so
He said
Derek,
weeping radish.
the lights in my eyes. Weeping radish. Okay, yeah,
I got it,
no,
bro.
so
Here.
see that shines right in their
that's
eyes.
so creepy. Ah!
Weeping Radish was definitely the right recommendation.
Yep.
And I had some of their beers while I was down there. However, the tap room is closed, though you have to drive past it on the way in and the way out.
What
and
a
it teases
tease
you.
that is, right? When you go past.
I've never been there. So the only time that I've been to the Outer Banks, we come in the other end. We were like way down in Emerald Isle, which is the complete opposite
so
end of the
far
Outer
away.
Banks. It's hours away from where we were this time. So we didn't come in the same way that I'm used to. Weeping Radish, you drive past the brewery, and it says brewery, beer garden, charcuterie.
What else? Oh, okay. Yeah.
And as we're passing it, and I'm
That's why there's a traffic problem out front.
the entire
Right.
the entire drive down from Ohio to North Carolina, every time that we see a brewery or distillery or a winery or anything that sounds like a place that will be fun, I point it out to my wife, and she gets very annoyed by that. And the only time that I didn't get a chance to point it out was Weeping Radish. My wife saw it first, and she said, "Oh my God, that sounds perfect. You would love that place." And I cried, and I said, "Honey, yes, I would." But they're closed. So yeah, so maybe yes, it's a bust, but it's not a bust. I think you were dead on.
It would have been great.
Derek says it's truly heaven. Glad you're able to find some package.
I've been going for 6 years, and we've never stopped. And this year, my wife's like, "We could check it out."
Of course.
It's like she knew. It's like she was on the team that closed the place down. Yeah.
But with that being said, Outer Banks Brewing Station is my number 3. I thought this place was going to be complete shit. I thought it was going to be like some kind of tacky brew pub.
It's fun.
And the beer was all right. Like, it's not the best beer I've ever had in my life. It is far from the worst beer I've ever had in my life.
Oh my gosh.
But my God, the beer garden that they have created at that place
10
is
out of 10.
perfect. It is absolutely perfect and a must drink, a must visit.
Especially if you're guys like you and I that have kids.
Yeah, it's so like I have fun at a lot of places when I go drinking. It is hard to find a place that I enjoy myself, my wife enjoys herself, my kids enjoy themselves,
Yep.
and the rest of the family, because we were down there with a lot of people. The rest of the family
was not.
all enjoys themselves.
The food is good.
The food was good.
Yeah.
Like I said, the beer was good enough, but the space was just dead on. They have a
Perfect.
They have a pirate ship.
They have a pirate ship
Pirate
for the
ship
kids.
for the kids to play on.
Yeah.
Or my buddy John, who is a kid at heart, he also played on the pirate ship.
If you wanted to put that pirate ship in your yard, here in where we live,
I do.
$2 grand.
I think it's probably more than that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's so fun.
Yeah,
it's got 2 slides.
2 slides. There's like
underneath
an
clubhouse.
underneath part and then an upper part.
It's so fun.
pretty
Dude, the
freaking
kids
cool.
love it.
So that's my number 3.
We did not go to the brewing station this year.
That's.
Me and my kids.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. There's lots of other stuff to do, but
There's plenty.
you want to go? Is your
this is interesting. Hold
is your
on.
ranking the same as mine?
It probably is. As a beer guy, it probably is.
Okay.
So the number 2 best place to drink in the Outer Banks is called Fish Heads in Nag's Head, which is
I think I'm torn.
really
Yeah. I think Fish Heads might be my number 1.
the list.
But
The
okay.
list at
But
Fish
okay.
Heads is banging.
Yeah.
The Fish Heads is on a pier that.
So the way I describe it in my post, not to spoil anything, still read the post.
Yeah.
If you asked me to describe what I want a beach bar to be,
It's
Fish Heads.
It's it.
Right. So
It's above the water.
you get there, and it was busy when we got there, which
At 4:00 when we got there.
everywhere is busy.
Yeah.
We established that
Yeah.
throughout the week, and my mother-in-law hated that.
It was not peak season also.
Red light. Okay. Orange light, green. Okay. Green. Okay. It was really, really busy. And
On a Wednesday.
they have a bar that they built on the front of the restaurant, and we'll get to that. just so that while you're waiting,
You
you can still get something to drink.
Yeah.
Not just like a bar pouring like Bud Miller. Like,
Full cocktails.
Cocktails. There's like 6 taps out there.
It was probably 8 at least. I got hazy little thing.
If the video is cutting out, I apologize. Hopefully the audio is still working.
You understand the power's not working,
if
right?
If it's not, tell me, because
I love people giving
I don't know what I'll do.
1-star review.
Make an antenna
for the
out of my
gnome.
leg or something.
Right.
But, so there's a bar while you're waiting for your table. But the table itself, so they call your name, they lead you through a bait shop, like straight up bait shop.
That's what it is?
They lead you through this out to the pier to get to your table. And the pier is a very loose term. Rickety. I think rickety is the way I would describe it.
Rickety's accurate.
When the live music started and all of the kids were dancing,
You could feel it moving.
I was 100% concerned that the pier was going to collapse into the ocean.
My kids weigh 0 pounds, and you could feel the pier moving.
I think you made a joke at one point that, hey, enjoy it, because the next time you come down here,
It might not be here.
And I think that is accurate. The beer list, though, incredible.
Absurd.
And I don't know if it's just because it's all of these beers that I can't get here. You've got stuff from New Realm, and you've got, of course,
Mother Earth.
Oh, Mother Earth, and Allagash White, and all this stuff that like we miss out on here in Cincinnati, and just tons of local stuff.
Thanks, Tim.
Okay works. I'll take.
Power's not on.
I'll take okay. There we go. It's yellow now. Oh,
it's red. Just do this.
It really is.
Oh, then
it is mostly the video. The video is what throws it off.
I'm sure. If the power comes back on, it'll be way better, Tim. Thanks.
The power is just gone forever.
Yeah. We're doing this in the dark.
So just tons of really great beer. The food was awesome.
Was it?
Yeah. So they have.
I didn't have any of the shrimp.
They have a happy hour special that is 20-cent shrimp. It used to be 15 cents. Inflation, I guess inflation affects shrimp too, even though you just catch them right there. How does it actually? It's always normal now.
It's about normal things.
Bad quality is now
We're
normal.
Fairfield normal.
Or beach.
Beach normal.
Beach house normal. 20-cent shrimp, so you get just a big giant bowl of shrimp, and you just.
How many was you get? 20 shrimp.
You can only order them 20 at a time, and like by the time we got seated, we only had a chance to get 20. I don't know if after you finish your 20,
you can get more.
You can get more 20s.
You can get more. She came out with 20, like a tray full of 20 racks. It was like, you got 20.
But the whole thing is like it's all so fascinating to me, and we talked about what does their kitchen look like? It's on a pier. If you want to go take a leak, you gotta get
up onto the beach.
You have to go down the pier and go onto the beach and go pee. How is their kitchen?
How can it be there?
I can't figure anything out.
No.
The next time I'm going down to the Outer Banks, the one thing that I'm going to focus on is trying to get someone from Fishheads to respond to an email so that I can actually do a proper either post or a video or a podcast or something to really dive into what the hell is happening there.
Because it's amazing.
That place is everything that I want. So that's my number one.
That's your number one.
That's my number one.
Was my number two.
That was your number two. But
I've been to Fishheads a lot.
That is just because of the experience, and that's what I want from a beach bar. Like it's what I expected from everywhere. And that wasn't what it was like everywhere.
I think your number two is my number one.
Definitely.
Swells Up Brewing.
Swells Up Brewing, another place that did not respond to emails.
And also didn't exist this time last year.
Yeah, it's their first year. The middle fingers are just my anger from people not making my life easier, but the beer was incredible.
It was so dumb.
The space was incredible. Everything. If you took so if somebody was here in Cincinnati and they said, I'm going to make a brewery that's themed like it's a beach brewery, but we're still going to make beer like we're supposed to make here in Cincinnati. That's what Swells is. It's like somebody picked up a good brewery from an actual beer city and dropped it on the beach.
Yep.
but everything just makes so much more sense there because it's on the beach.
It was so good.
Everything. This may come off sounding like a little bit of an insult to some of the other breweries. You can get away with making okay product when you're a tourist town like that, where everybody's from out of town. They don't really care what they're drinking. And there was a little bit of that. The beer was not on par with things that are happening in Cincinnati, but Swells was like it was an actual brewery.
Swells could play here.
It was good stuff. I drank everything.
Did you? Because I remember you walked up and you were like, "How many are there?" And you're like, "Give me all of them."
I drank everything. I don't know that I remember everything, but I
Fucking
drank everything.
Sames, bro.
I drank every single one of them.
We were saucy as fuck when we left there.
I have a picture on my phone somewhere of me sitting in the swing on the porch waiting for my father-in-law to pick me up. It's a big grin on my face.
But you were like, "Yeah, they're coming to get me." I'm like, "They are? It's a long way."
It wasn't that far. That's what's so messed up down there. Like
Northern Outer Banks Brewing Company.
Yeah,
Are they in Kerala?
Yeah, they're up there's in like one of those weird little shopping things up there. I did not go there.
I didn't.
I've
never been there.
It was tiny from what I could see. Like and Derek, correct me if I'm wrong. Are you saying that he might be insulting them now that I'm remembering all the things that we're saying? He might be insulting them and say that they might not have good beer. It might be one of those touristy places that just is
Northern,
exists.
like that's like
So
it's up there though. I looked at it.
So I wanted to stop there, and my family wouldn't let me. They are like in a big shopping center. It's a brewery without any seats or anything. So when you get your beer, you have to go sit out on the picnic tables outside to drink your flight or whatever.
It is what it is.
I'm curious if it's.
Yeah.
I wanted to stop there.
It's way the fuck up there.
We did go there though. That was
you went out. You did the horse tour, right?
Yeah, that was our whatever day that was. That was.
We've never done the horse tour.
Totally worth the money.
Really?
Yeah, I think it.
Fuck!
I think we paid like. I don't remember how much it cost, but it was a lot of money.
Fuck!
But we went up there and we got on this big like truck.
It's like a safari truck, right? Like Jurassic Park. Like,
they load us on a safari truck.
Spared no expense.
I had to like carry my kids' car seats because I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. The 2-year-old has like a full on like
fucking
car
legit
seat. My 5-year-old still has like a booster thing that she has to at least sit in. We got to haul all that across the parking lot, put it in a safari truck, get in this thing. So it was.
Did you do the 4-wheel drive up, or were you concrete the whole way?
No.
You drove on the beach.
Oh yeah. No,
we've never done that.
It's concrete for a mile or two
when you get up,
and then all of a sudden the concrete starts to get covered by the sand, but you can still see peaks of concrete.
There's no.
Then all of a sudden there is no.
Hold on, wait.
No. Yeah.
Jimmy's here. We're live. Jimmy.
Something's happening.
Jimmy from March 1st. No, we're live. Get in here. Come over here.
We're not sitting around a campfire.
Yeah, and it's also the creepiest. No, you're good. What's up? You just done?
Everything's out front. Money's in the safe.
Okay.
We're.
If anybody wants to rob this place, the money's in the safe. But I'm gonna lock the place up and I'll set the alarm. I got you guys. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
Get home safe.
I'm Jim.
Andrew.
No. Nice to meet you.
Gnarly no.
Ooh, I blew it.
Why?
It's a
no.
thing.
Nobody knows who he is.
It's a thing.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, I'll lock up and then
I'm not scoring high tonight.
Right.
I'll try to keep the bike quiet when I leave.
There's no way it'll be quiet with
There's
that door open.
no way. It's right there, right? It's like, it's probably, 12 feet from us right now.
So you get on the safari truck. I had to carry these car seats all the way across the parking lot. Then we have to trek a couple miles up the road. All of a sudden, the road is just gone, and the highway is the beach.
Yep. We have a vehicle to do it, and my wife was like, I don't know.
It's insane. So you do that, and there's some horses there, and then you keep going. And there are 2 different communities further up the beach. I can't remember the names of both
Kerala
of them. Kerala is
and
one of them, but then there's another one past
farther
that.
up, yeah.
You go into these communities, and all of the streets are just sand. I don't know if there's concrete in there somewhere. There is sand, and there are power lines, and I'm fascinated by it. How did the garbage trucks get there? How does the mailman get there? We're driving along. I'm like, how do they build these houses? How does the concrete truck get here? Because they have patios. How do they dropped off pools? These people have pools.
Big ass pools.
Yeah. How do just the lumber? And we're like, there's so many questions in my head. On the way back, we did see both a concrete truck and a giant 18-wheeler hauling a bunch of lumber up
On the beach. On the beach. They have to wait for low tide.
So we were talking to the tour guide, and he's like, yeah, it's if they need to get groceries, it's a few hours to drive to get groceries. So you just have a boat, you shoot across the sound, and you go over and you get groceries.
Fucked up the whole deal.
Oh my god, it's insane.
Is if you have a lot and a house at the northern end of that, if you were able to just drive over the beach,
if you could drive,
if you could just go north, you're in Virginia Beach, which is
That's
like a major city.
Yeah, so
in 15 minutes.
I was looking at that. So
Yeah.
we were at I think our furthest point north, we were about 20-something miles outside of Virginia Beach. 20-something miles.
But you couldn't get there. It's
There's no way to get there.
4 hours
If you
from
drive,
Virginia
all
Beach.
the way back down and all the way back. It was insane. But from some perspectives, it was it was fascinating.
It's amazing.
They haul lumber up a beach that has wild horses that hang out. At one point on the way back, one of the horses decided to take a nap in the middle of the beach.
Yep.
So you couldn't drive through. You had to go up on the dunes to get around to the horse because you can't get close to the horses because they're protected. They have these guys that follow the horses around in these pickup trucks. And that's their whole job, is to make sure people don't get close to the horses.
Did you see any wildlife on the beach where you were at?
Besides horses?
Besides horses. Where you
we
were farther
staying.
south than I was.
So crabs.
The little white crabs.
The ghost crabs.
Yep.
Ghost crabs and birds.
Yep.
That was pretty much it.
This is the first year
On the
for
beach.
us that we didn't see any stingrays this year.
We didn't see anything.
Jimmy's leaving. Weird flex, Jimmy. No, so this is
We saw dolphins.
This
That
is
was nice.
You saw dolphins?
Yeah, we saw
So
dolphins.
we saw
a couple
dolphins.
times.
Seen dolphins every year. This year was our first pufferfish.
Oh man,
It was so the pufferfish, legitimately, you see the people that fish from. Nobody ever catches a fish.
Right.
They're fishing from the surf and they're throwing out. Carolyn, so quiet. Yeah, it sounds like the West Side, right? Just Harley's revving. So this guy's fishing, and we're looking. It's what is that he's looking at? And it was a pufferfish. It was all puffed up.
God,
and
that's cool.
And it was pissed off, right? He picked this guy. Is so much manlier than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Picks it up and tosses it into the water, and it just deflates.
Did it float?
It hit like you would expect a dodgeball.
So my kids have these balls that have little spikes all over them,
yes,
green.
it hit. It made that poing sound when you throw it into the water. It goes poing, and then it was just and it just swam away.
That's
And I was
cool.
like, that's amazing. So that's the first one of those. So we've done that. We had a lot of anemones this year. We've never really seen anemones wash
Holy
up.
shit.
Dolphins.
Yeah, we didn't have any of that.
We didn't see any stingrays up by us. Usually we have a few pods of stingrays, and they're get the fuck out of the water because they kill people.
During the day?
Yeah, especially in the morning. But so it was just dolphins and pufferfish this year, and then Saturday, you guys left early, but Saturday I was in the water a lot, and a lot of fish jumping, but nothing I could
God,
recognize.
that's crazy. No,
Yeah.
we didn't see anything like that.
Yeah, the pufferfish was amazing because and I knew, I was like, that was a puffer, because it made, it's such an identity. If you've been hit in the face with a dodgeball, you know that sound, right? It's bong, right? For those of us that aren't athletic, bong.
Or the young kids who have not experienced dodgeball, because that's it's one of those things that doesn't
it's gone.
exist anymore.
Dodgeball's gone.
Ugh.
My daughter's terrible at dodgeball.
Because she's never been trained.
She's never played,
She's
yeah.
never been trained.
West Side, Best Side Joe.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I remember my first beer, Joe.
everybody's West Side to somebody.
That's a great joke.
Shout out to Athens.
Are you in paradise?
Or West Side.
Oh.
No, I mean, we I don't know if our beach was just kind of boring, or there weren't a lot of people. There weren't a lot of There wasn't a lot of fun happening. That was the other thing when we were, driving up the beach to go to these weird little communities. That beach was party central because it's these guys that you have to apply to get a 4-wheel drive permit to go onto that beach.
Yeah.
They only sell like 400 or 500 of them for a week.
Yep.
And it's a lot of Trump flags, a lot of loud speakers,
A lot of not desk pops, beach pops, where you shoot them up in the air.
Yeah, it's just a lot of it was party central, and I kind of not that I agree with everybody politically or whatever, but I wanted to hang out with them like desperately. Like our beach was really lame compared to
Yeah,
to those
it gets
beaches.
pretty wild.
Yeah, there were a lot of butt cheeks, a lot of dogs, a lot of
I love the dogs.
a lot of fishing poles.
I
a
love
lot
the
of,
beach dogs.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of beach dogs like on
Not
our
by
beach.
you guys?
No, like
Oh,
our
we're
beach was
beach
just kind of
dogs,
like, like everybody just kind of walks straight out of the house that they're renting, goes straight down to their spot
That's
on the beach,
also
and then comes right back up.
The difference, though, between like where we were at versus like Hilton Head or Myrtle, where there's no like large complexes, so it's only houses. Yeah. Right. So the amount of people on the beach, it's not a party.
No. Well, we tried to make it a party.
A little bit, and I'm always like, you guys want to trade beers? Yeah. Like, I'm from Cincy. Do you want to trade some of these beers from where you're from or whatever? And they're like, we're also from Cincy too, right? You want to trade? I got a true Cincy, right? Yeah, we're also from. And that's one of the weeks that we went. It's Ohio week in the Outer Banks when we went too.
But it was a good vacation. I definitely needed to.
I'm going to get a beer
to get away and
BRB.
And reset. I'm a little bit of a spoiler for upcoming YouTube video. Vacation did something to my brain that I haven't really been able to figure out quite yet, but it is going to have a lasting effect on all of this. I'll leave it at that. Hopefully I'll get the video done soon enough that I don't leave you on a cliffhanger for too long, but I will also do a video that is kind of breaking down some of my favorite places. I don't know that I took a lot of video of fish heads because I was having too much fun, but I will kind of compress it all into something so you guys kind of get a good breakdown of what these places are like. There is a blog post coming. It'll be good. Caroline says that Cincinnatians only go to 4 or 5 different places for vacation if a beach is involved. That's true, and that's not a beer.
No, it's just the Bomb Pop seltzer. Also can't read because my phone's doing the light.
That's true.
So I went up there. It was like a guessing game.
It's very dark over there.
So I just heard the fizz and I tasted it. I'm like, that's Bomb Pop.
Cincinnatians, like if you shoot just straight east, so you get to the closest actual ocean beach you possibly can. Virginia Beach has to be like the closest.
Gotta be it.
I mean, there's probably smaller beaches that are a little bit closer, but I mean, that's it. And Outer Banks is just a little bit south of that, so I mean, it makes sense that that's where
it's literally like the people that own the house across from where we rent are like, "What's up, Ohio?" Like every year, it's just us, and it's the same people that own the house. And like,
it's funny
thanks for having us.
So last year for our vacation, we went to New Jersey. It was much longer trip than that, but the bulk of our beach time was in New Jersey.
A lot of gabagool.
It was. That's kind of a joke, but no. Like, yes. Like the stereotype was like very in your face and like real. I would meet these people. I'm like, are you messing with me right now?
Caricatures of
Jersey. Or is
Jersey.
this like how you actually are?
Yeah.
It was a lot of that, and like that's you go to the Outer Banks,
Oh.
and it's like. It really is like just Ohio people just hanging out.
It's Ohio people like being like, "Did you bring sunscreen? Because I didn't."
It's so trippy for me right now, like the way that thing sits right in the middle.
In the middle, you and I,
like,
we have our own screen.
So you guys can't see any
None
of
of you, yeah.
We should probably start wrapping it up. I don't know what time. Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
we should probably
We
start
can
wrapping
stay
it up.
all night. I know the guy has got the keys.
I didn't pull any labels. There's nothing else to talk about. Anything you want to talk about? I'm working on a festival. Like, no, that's not fair to say. I'm helping with a festival that is not my festival, and that's
fun.
That's happening in like 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
From right now.
I think
25th.
I think that next week's Brewcast, we're probably going to talk about it and drink some beers.
Yep.
I don't know if there's going to be a Brewcast. Today's Monday. There was not a Brewcast.
Sure wasn't one today.
Is today Monday?
Sure is.
There's no Brewcast
This
today.
counts.
So,
We'll count it.
Yeah, this is a Brewcast.
Yeah.
A Brewcast from the dark.
Yep.
Because
Power's still out, by the way. Right?
it came on for like 3.5 seconds. It was this big flash of power was there.
And it was like such a womp, right?
I've got power at my house. You've got power at your house.
I have
right?
power at my for now, yeah. But
you guys are on the internet, so you should have. I guess you could be on your phone.
look at the fucking red light in the bottom. Maybe not.
Who's got power and who doesn't?
Yeah.
I'm curious. Marcus has a food truck festival. Yes, there we go. That's
Food
truck
Truck
expo.
Expo.
It's gonna be big.
It really is.
There's probably 40 freaking food trucks there.
Good ones.
Yeah, if you like to eat and drink beer,
And listen to people play music wearing bunny ears.
Yeah, good music, good beer, good food.
What else do you need?
Although there has to be bad food there. Like at least one or two of those trucks have to
Who's
suck.
gonna suck?
There has to be a couple sucky trucks.
Julia still doesn't have power. And Joe says we have power on the west side. Like,
The West Side has their own power.
there's a storm isn't arriving in northeast Ohio until later tonight. Joe at the bottom. Parentheses west side. We hear you, Joe.
I'm pretty sure that if my house didn't have power, I would be getting text messages right now. When are you coming home? There's no power.
There's no power.
Kids
What are
won't
you
go
gonna-
to bed. There's no power.
What are you gonna do about it?
You come fix the power.
Right?
I love my wife. She wouldn't do that.
She would.
She could be on right now. I don't know. You can't.
Can
see.
you not see?
You can't. I haven't figured that out yet. There's got to be a way to do it. But
You know what's
since I'm
fucked is I can see who's when I'm watching
Yeah.
this. I can see who's watching.
on whatever thing you're watching.
Oh, you can't
yeah.
see
So
them
like
all.
I'm pulling from all the so Joe's on YouTube. Derek and Caroline are on Facebook. Like it's pulling from different places.
So, wait, is Caroline and Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
they're-
that's Caroline and Joe.
Yeah. They're
Okay.
I think they're in separate rooms watching on different platforms. I don't know. I support that.
What a life they lead. Jeff
there's
Stein.
Jeff.
Jeff,
Oh.
go to work, Jeff.
That reminded me. So I was going to bring. I got swag for Jeff, and I have swag for you. I hauled your swag.
$22.
I hauled it all the way down to North Carolina.
And you didn't give it to
Not to
me.
bring it to you. and then I was gonna bring it tonight, and I also forgot it. It's still in my duffel
You're
bag.
so good. at it. We'll get it.
It's good too.
The Jackass
It's good,
4.5
too.
screening.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But I do owe Jeff some stuff too.
Jeff says he wouldn't. He lives in Fairtucky. He lives 2 miles away from both of us, right?
Yeah, we have power.
Yeah,
That's
so
what we
do I.
just said.
We're here.
I have
He doesn't know
power.
where we are.
In
I'm
fact-
still at work, Jeff.
In fact, my power at home before I left flickered just a hair, but it never went out. Yeah, I was there the whole time.
Mine never went out either.
That's how they roll in Fairfield. Where's my next vacation? That's the next big question. Or
Where are you going?
Joe says they're in the same room.
On different feeds.
Is there a delay from one to the other? Which one is ahead?
Joe sucks.
Um,
I'll give Caroline getting that first.
So, I did not want to go on vacation this year. If anybody is new to the game, I quit my job this year. My income is very different right now than it was a year ago. So, in my head, we probably shouldn't have taken a vacation. So we fought about Facebook.
Facebook's bad.
So we fought about that a little bit. With that being said, hopefully we're not going anywhere next year. But if we are, maybe like Hamilton. I think that there's we could take a vacation to Hamilton.
Yeah, right.
You guys do the same vacation every year, right?
We do the same 1 week every year. So the same week, the same year, same house, same beach.
Does it get boring?
The kids grow every year,
Yeah.
and my kids are far
Yeah,
enough
but
apart.
they'll do that no matter what.
No, but my kids are far enough apart. They experience the beach different every year,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because Nori's 3 and Evie's 9 this year, so it's the beach trip from a 9-year-old to an 8-year-old to a 2-year-old to a 3-year-old. They're all way
Sure.
different, and then we try and do things that like encompass one or the other. So this year every year we go to a minor league game on the way down. So this
Right.
year we went to the Norfolk Tides game, which was the longest baseball game I've ever been to.
Jeff says staycation at Spooky Nook.
Right? Exactly.
that?
Right. So this year we drove like 9 hours to Norfolk, went to a 6:30 game. Game started at 6:30. Minor league baseball game, no TV, no bullshit. Should be
Right.
over at 9:30.
Should. in
20 to 9. Gainesville.
Get the most out of your money.
Yeah, and then plus the late night fireworks show. So we didn't get out till like 11. So Jeff, Norfolk Way, the Gainesville, not the Jacksonville Giant or Giant Shrimp.
Jacksonville Giants sounds right.
Giant Shrimp, or not Giant Shrimp. Yeah, Jumbo Shrimp. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp
Totally
beat
the Jacksonville
Norfolk.
Giants.
This should be yeah. But so that was 29. Next year we're going to see the Carolina Mudcats in Zebulon, North Carolina. Super excited. But we do different things. So we go to the aquarium
Right.
in Manio. It's a little different. The Savannah Bananas, fucking A, Joe. That's where I want to go for my 40th birthday. So my 40th birthday, it's September 20th this year.
This year?
This year.
You're very old.
I'm old as fuck.
Die any minute.
1 foot in the grave. Right?
Yeah,
But
it's
my
very
wife
old.
is like, do you want to do a party? You want to go somewhere? I'm like, I want to go somewhere. I don't like enough people to have a party.
Oh, this brings up a very sore subject for me.
So she's like, where do you want to go? I think we're going to do Riot Fest in Chicago.
Okay. Oh, that's fun.
It's like 3 days before my
Yeah.
birthday, and my favorite band is playing
What's your favorite band?
Less Than Jake.
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Marco says I'm older than you. Older than me or him or both?
Both.
Marco is also very old.
Morgan Freeman. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, so the same vacation, yes, but it's a different experience for the girls every time.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. Maybe I'm selfish. Like I recognize that I could go and I could do the same kind of vacation. It would be different. I want different vacations for me if I'm going to take a vacation, which I'm actually like kind of, I mean, again, I don't want to spoil any upcoming videos, but I'm kind of...
Where are you going?
I'm kind of always going to be on vacation from here on out. Like I'm not coming back. We'll talk.
What are you
about
trying
it.
to say?
We'll talk about it. It's going to be a very long
What do you
video
mean?
trying to make you guys understand what's happening in my life. But so going back to 40th birthday
Yeah.
ideas. So my 40th is in a couple of years, like lots of years, like 20 years or something. I don't
Whoa.
I don't know
Weird
how many
flex,
years.
no.
But I had this big plan for my 40th of my 40th vacation. This place I wanted to go. I wanted to go to Germany. I've got a
Never
castle.
heard of it. Is
I've
it
got
local?
I've got a castle in Germany. So my last name, some of you know it, some of you don't. I'm not going to spoil it, but I have a castle that is
It's
my name.
Soprano.
We have our own castle. It's kind of like rocks. It's kind of a little ruiny. But there is a tower that you can go. It is a castle. Like there's a thing.
Is it really?
Yeah. I'll show you pictures. So I wanted to go, kind of claim my castle and like say, hey, I'm here. Here's my stuff.
Claim my castle.
yeah.
I fucking love that.
So because I mean, it goes really. I don't know anybody else that has the same last name as me. I have my sister has my same last name because obviously we're from the same family.
How'd she get that?
Somebody gave it to her. But
Interesting.
I don't know any kind of historical.
I don't either.
Like I don't have any people that are like my people.
No, you're the first
but-
Smith I've ever met.
But the castle is this tie to the fact that we exist. Like this history of my family. Like it's a thing. Somebody didn't just make it up. It came from somewhere. So I have to go claim my castle or at least hang out there. So that was the idea for my 40th. Then I decided to quit my job. And then we decided,
that trip got expensive.
then we decided to take a vacation this year, and like I'm like, oh no, like it's all coming to turn into this thing where I'm not going to be able to go to Germany for my 40th birthday like I wanted to.
Chris has a moose in Saskatchewan. No, I have a chunk of Ireland or Scotland from the Lafroig bottle that I bought. Yeah, I've got 1 square foot in Scotland on the Lafroig distillery grounds.
I got a
Saskatchewan.
castle.
You have a yeah.
A castle.
I got
the square foot.
hockey players in Northeast Canada, right? I got some guys that'll tell you where you're to when you need to be where you're at.
Marco doesn't want to go. I would totally go to Germany with you, Marco.
No, you wouldn't.
I would.
You went to West Virginia with Marco, and it was a problem.
I almost killed him, but like, I'm okay with that. He would have to have like a harness.
Yeah, right. With the strap Marco in.
Here's the deal, Marco. I'll go to Germany with you, but you're gonna be strapped to me.
any more than 6 feet off the ground, Marco needs to be harnessed in, or OSHA's gonna have issues.
But at some point, I will make it to go claim my castle.
Also, Derek, there's no way I'm watching Foxy Shazam at Riot Fest when I can see them every year at Taste of Cincinnati.
For anybody who knows my last name, Google it, put my last name, and then castle. It's a thing.
Is more...
Okay, speaking of old namesakes, is Moorline's ownership bringing back Young Brewing? They own the copyright. I don't know. That's the short answer. I don't think that they know what the hell they're doing.
March 1st was buying Moorline.
No, they already got.
Oh, it's out there.
Else,
they already know.
Yeah,
never mind. It's a
It
bad joke.
However, the new ownership in their article with the Business Courier, because they're the ones that they decided they needed to talk to,
Salty?
instead of the guy that was talking to them before. Whatever. Yeah. They did. So they put out this big article basically saying they don't know what the hell they're doing. But within that, they did say that they were still entertaining the idea of selling some of the brands. So there is a chance that some of those brands may make their way back out to other breweries. And I know, not just March 1st or somebody else, but there are lots of people that would love to get their hands on some of those brands to give them the honor that they deserve.
Do you know more about than I do? Which brands are under that umbrella? If you don't want to say them, don't.
Everything. There are so many.
It's like Burger.
Yeah, Burger, obviously.
Hewdy.
Moorline,
obviously.
Moorline, Red Top. Jung, Bavarians, yes, I think.
Wow.
That's why the Braxton beer is Bavarian Lager. It's not Bavarians, I think. I could be wrong on that. I could be very wrong on that. Marco says, Brett, did I say that out loud on a show that Brett, I don't know if I shouldn't say anything if he didn't talk about it on a show. But yeah, there are people that want some of those local brands very much. Jeff said, which brands are most valuable after Hootie and Moorline? Shaneling is the next one, obviously. Burger. Shaneling, I think, just because of Little Kings. Like, I think Little Kings is a...
he's the worst person I know.
I do think Little Kings still means something, despite... This is not a dig at the former ownership. I think that they were very nice people. Yeah. But what they did to Little Kings was a shame. I feel like I should know about the brands because I read about them all. Little Kings most prevalent in the country. Yeah, I think that right now probably the most valuable out of all the brands is Little Kings specifically.
I will tell you this with Jeff on watching. My favorite thing about us opening in Milford is going to the governor and getting buckets of Little Kings for lunch. I can't wait for this reply.
If you've never had a bucket of Little Kings for lunch, who are you?
Right, grow up.
I have this picture that Little Kings just doesn't make sense in 7-ounce bottles, way too expensive to produce. That's wrong. Nope.
Wrong.
You're wrong. It's missing the whole point. Yes, they're expensive to produce. But
look at Brian Fisher. Oh, we gotta get off this. We gotta get off this.
I think that Little Kings are something very special to Cincinnati beer culture, something that isn't being done anywhere else. And if you can do it the right way, and maybe some of the people commenting aren't able to do it the right way, and that's okay. But if you're able to do it the right way, Little Kings could be something incredible.
Yeah.
There could be a full-on Little Kings tap room that maybe has other stuff, but
How
it is
fun.
Little Kings.
Oh, God.
It is
That'd be bad for my
it is
health.
a Cincinnati flag that needs to be waved. The Ludwig family Christmas party crushes minimum of case and half. See, I love that. I love it. I love it.
That's not though. That's 36
Yeah,
Little Kings.
Maybe it's a small family.
That's amateur hour.
Very small family. There's just a couple people.
Just a couple people.
The fun thing about Little Kings, like when you're sitting around drinking Little Kings, you don't throw them away.
You sure don't. You stack them up.
You line them up
Yeah.
somewhere. Like there's either a pyramid or a line. Like it's a thing.
That's
It's-
accurate.
there is a culture behind Little Kings.
The power is still on.
We have lost in Cincinnati beer, and at some point it'll come back.
It will.
At some point, it's begging for it. We're gonna shut things down, man.
I want to go home.
Yeah,
The
we
power's still out.
we gotta go-
We're sitting in the dark.
We have to go turn the switch back on. Thank you guys for hanging out in the dark with us. Half of them only drink Bud Light. Oh no!
I remember my
All
first
right.
beer,
You
Ludwig
can-
family.
You can fix this.
Yeah, you are in charge, Caroline.
Cheers, everybody. This show that is not a show will be back next week, as far as I know. There's probably not going to be a brewcast this week. If there is, it's going to be something goofy that isn't a real show. But next week there's a show. We're going to be talking about this festival I've been hinting at. That
Which one?
The expo, the food truck expo, and it's going to be
Expo,
awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate you hanging out. Sorry the internet was chaos. Blame Verizon, I guess, because
Blame Duke.
blame somebody,
Yeah.
but not me. Cheers, Derek. Cheers, Joe.
Schnapps, so much schnapps.
Oh, the schnapps.
Joe, I'm in for schnapps, bro. Whenever you're ready.
There's no outro music because that is way too complicated. So
No idea what Truth Your Pod, because shit beers isn't up yet either. Good night.
if there is a Truth Beer Pod, BC's probably doesn't have power either. So
No,
hopefully they
sure
get it working
don't.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, though.
It could be out forever.
Could be.
You have to go to Fairfield. Show from Fairfield. Show from the Gnarly Gnome Tavern.
Just blame Chris. Thanks for everything.
Don't tell my wife.
Thanks.
And cheers, guys.
Thanks, Jeff.
We'll see you.